This is Shade Hooks, and welcome back to our playthrough with the St. Louis Cardinals, Episode 3. In this episode, we're going to be looking at mid-season statistics, standings, um, looking at, we'll be doing the draft in this episode. We will be also maybe doing some call-ups and send-downs throughout the minor leagues, and we're finishing up the month of July. I also have the All-Star game. So let's first start off with how we did in the month of June. So if we go to, that is not what I'm looking for. Info, June. All right. Let's go team stats. Here we go. In June, we were 16 and 12. So, 32 and 23 over the last 2 months. Still hanging around that middle of the pack in batting. Pitching is still, lower third of the league. Not great. Paul Goldschmidt still leading us in hitting. Nolan Gorman pacing us in home runs and RBIs. We did make a move to put him at DH and Tommy Edman at second. I don't know why I didn't do that when Tommy Edman first came back, but I've now done that. Goldie is leading us in on base percentage at almost 400, and slugging also with a 912 OPS. WAR, Arnado 2.9, Goldie at 2.8, Contreras at 2.1, Win at 1.2. Goldie leading us in runs, hits. Contreras leading us in doubles. Oops, no fires. Victor Scott leading us in triples. No surprise there with his speed. Stolen bases, Victor Scott second. Paul Goldschmidt at 17. That's, he's not fast. So I guess speed doesn't mean much when it comes to that. Still the ability in base running, as we see there. And we'll look at it here in a second, and I'll show you that he actually has a stolen base percentage about the same as Victor Scott. So Goldie's been caught 4 times, Victor Scott 6. Jordan Walker steals too much apparently, because he's not up there in total stolen bases, but he's up there and getting caught. So yeah, he's 50%. That's not good. Strikeouts, Nolan Gorman still way up there. Walks, Goldie. Hits, flies, extra base hits. Don't know what ISO is. I know it's like isolated power, but don't know how that's calculated. So OPS, Goldie's 148, 48% better than the average. Win probability added. I don't really look at that much. So those are our batting stats. Pitching wise, I'll tell you who had a good month. Sonny Gray had a good month. We now have, last month we only had one person under 5. Now everybody is under 5. That is a starter. Let's look at Sonny Gray's pitching stats. Here we go. June posted a 1.7 RWAR, 2.04 ERA, 2.12 ERA plus. So that'll play. Gibson also didn't have a bad month in June. 1.4 R-WAR, 1.91 ERA. Man, that's, we'd take that every month, obviously. Lind's leading us in wins. And then a setup guy, Gallegos, is second on the team in wins. It's not great. Michaelis is leading us in losses. Helsley got 6 of those things. Let's take a look at him. His area was above average for the month. This does tell me right here. Here we go. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 saves this month. 1 blown save. It's not terrible. He did have a loss. We were already behind or even in that matchup when he came in. Not a fan of him throwing 1 2/3 innings, but it is what it is. Or Kyle Gibson leading us in innings pitched. 13 more than the next. That's not, what's he on pace for the year? 185. That's not terrible. Especially he's older, so complete game. We have 1 complete game. Just don't see that much anymore in baseball. Lynn's walked the most. There we go. Strikeouts per walk. Miles Michaelis is well above the second person on our team, at least. 8.6. Those are not great strikeout numbers. We don't strike out a ton of people. Miles Michaelis doesn't walk anybody though. What's his control? Yeah, 75. Makes sense. He's giving up 19 home runs. That seems like a lot. ERA plus Kyle Gibson 130 overall, centigrade 111. Both of them are really high this month. 9 quality starts for Kyle Gibson. How many starts does he have total? Well, nothing I have out here says that. Oh, I know where that's at. $17. There we go. All right, so this was our fielding real quick. Mason Wood leading us in errors. He's also outside of the catcher and first baseman leading us in attempts. So he's leading us in assists by, 40, almost 50, 46. Goldie has played in 82 of our 80. How many games have we played? 85? That's pretty Iron Manish. Started 81 of them. Range. I wish they'd calculate range differently. Like catchers need to be different than others and first baseman. Zone rating. Mason Wynn 5.7. Victor Scott the second 5.3. Arnado 3.4. Caught stealing. This actually came up a little bit, so it's still below league average, I would guess. But not horrible. Nope, didn't mean to do that. So I have to look at our statistics halfway through the year. Let's look at the standings real quick. Blue Jays are in first place with a 6-game lead in the AL East. do by wild card. There we go. The Astros are in first place in their division in the West, 49-34. Blue Jays have won 7 straight. It's not bad. The Tigers are 45. Tigers surprisingly 45-39. Oh, they're actually tied with the Guardians. So they must have had a pretty good month because Guardians were in first place. Let's look at it this way. Then the Astros have a 4.5 game lead. Braves in first. Pirates are still in first. We actually had a really good month. Once again, our Pythagorean is +1, so 1 win more than what it says we should have. But we're still 9 games back of the Pirates, who are just having a great year. So we're doing well at home, +6 at home, -3 on the road. And you want to play 500 ball on the road. Run differential is only +7 for us. And then those Dodgers are 57-28, 3-game lead. That plus differential is a lot better than what ours is. We are 6-4 in our last 10. And now let's look at the wild card. We are 6 games out of the wild card. So don't know how realistic that is of catching that. We'll see. So in history, we have made one big move. Not actually a big move, but achievements. Just happened, like a week ago, 2 weeks ago almost. Paul Goldschmidt got his 2000th hit, and now has, so we got that achievement. So we have some scouting discoveries, and we released Matt Carpenter. So I was wanting to bring up, who was it? So Carlson coming back off the, Carlson coming back off the DL. And Matt Carpenter just was not performing whatsoever. And so I wanted to send him down to the minors, but of course he's 30 some odd years old. He was not 38 years old. He was not going to the minors. But he was a free agent at the end of this year on a minimum contract, and so I released him. So scouting discoveries, our scout discovery 5. Most of these are just, this guy has a potential of 40 right now. 3 pitches. Probably not going to be a starter with 3 pitches. Maybe long relief. But this guy right here is a good scouting discovery if he pans out. With plus contact, plus avoid Ks. Above average power. Average eye. Yeah, power above average BABIP. Pretty quick. Doesn't do a good job running the bases, but he's pretty quick. Says he's a center fielder. No, he is not with that. In fact, let's just do this right now. I'm going to change him to the left field. Can he play the infield? No, not really. So that's our transactions. There are a couple of, I looked at possibly moving down JoJo in a 6.44 ERA, but in his last 5 appearances, he's given up 1 run, and so I think that he has earned a little bit of a reprieve You know, the ERA for this month is 6. Man, that's that one outing right there. Or maybe more than just one outing, but he gave up 4 runs in one outing. Other than that, he only gave up a total of 4 the rest of the month. "15 appearances. 14 of those appearances, he gave up 1 run. So, or 4 runs total. But so we'll have to keep an eye on that and see, because John King is pitching well for Memphis, and so let's take a look at that real quick. Our all pitchers. So, I say he's pitching well. Where is he? There he is. You know, got 3.55 ERA, 12 saves, 4 wins, 7 losses. Man, that's a lot of losses for a reliever. For some reason, he went 4 innings. That's crazy for a closer. Michael McCreevy, he's been a big Cardinal prospect for what seems like forever, but he's only 23, so it's not been that long. He's pitched a ton of innings, especially for somebody that's not a starter. But he may have made some starts. Yeah, he's got 4 starts. It says it right there. He's somebody that could come up. John King, I was looking at him because he's left-handed. Moises Gomez, Alec Burleson is tearing it up. I just don't know who I would send down at this point. I mean, Victor Scott, maybe. But am I going to start Burleson over Lars Newbar? Probably not. Am I going to start him over Jordan Walker? No. Am I going to DH him over Nolan Gorman? No. So he's just really not, you know, I don't know. Chandler Redmond is batting well, but he's not going to come up and play over Arenado. I haven't made any moves there. Double A. Here is somebody I have been looking at, or actually not have been, but just looked at Aaron or Jimmy Crooks. He's hitting well, but that's not why I like him. He actually has a positive zone rating as a catcher, positive frame rate. That was called catcher framing runs. Throws out a few more percentage of base stealers than Mr. Herrera. He does have 4 pass balls, which seems like a lot. But I'm gonna keep a look at that on that and see. Alex Lacernia, he hits well, but he don't play center field worth a darn. Negative 5.7 over here. So no hitters. Pitching, Tink Hens has been a solid disappointment this year so far. He's 3-8 with the lowest ERA plus in Double A. Our other top prospect, is actually on the injured list for like, I think it was 2 more weeks. Jacoby Roby. Victor Santos has pitched well. Man, I've got to do a better job of setting these. I don't want 690. No. I need to go through and do that. I'll do that off camera though. And then at high, got some. Austin Love is doing fairly well. Let me add. Where is that? Did I have 8 on there already? There we go. Austin Love's had a pretty good year so far. Not quite where I would want him in order to bump him up to the next level. What I look for there is an ERA plus of 120 and a FIP minus of 80. So 20% above league average in both of those areas. And his closer is not doing well at all. A-ball, Hansel Rincon, he is done fairly well. Through 39 innings so far. Cade Winquist pitching well. Both of those kids I would move up at the end of the year for sure. Zach Showalter. I wonder if he's any kin to Buck Showalter. He's also somebody I would look at doing. These relief pitchers, that's a low strikeout to walk ratio for a relief pitcher. But I mean, it's not just terrible. Hitting wise at A-ball, not good, which is why they're 22 and 47. But in the rookie league, Trey Richardson, no, he doesn't have any games. So, Sammy Hernandez hitting well. Is he fielding well? Zone rating at catcher is even. Goes out 19%. That's not great. I need some catching prospects, guys. Need some catching prospects. Miguel Vargas, zone rating of 0, playing center field. Yeah, that's not great. Let's look at pitching. Omar Yanez. Pretty good here. At the end of this season, we will really clean out this. Man, look at all those avoid high leverage guys. Mop up. Yeah, we'll clean these out at the end of this season for sure. Not enough games. Linnell Sikoria. He's having a pretty good year. Not quite FIP minus what I like. Strikeout to walk ratio is only 3.4. That's ridiculous. What is his Ks per 9? 7.5. 7.4 walks per 9 innings. That's not good. Okay, so that's my minor league stats. So now let's get to when is the first year player draft? The 11th, right? So let's sim this week. Let's see how we do. Player of the week, Jordan Walker. Good. Nice. Let's see what he did this week. How do I do that? Do stats, right? Split time frame last week. I want all batters, but I don't want pitching stats. I want hitter stats. There we go. Walker, Nootbaar, and Gorman are all on fire. Contreras, Goldschmidt, and Edman are all cold. That ain't good. Walker last week put up, is that a one? No, it's not a 1-3 WAR for the week. It's a plus 318, 327 OPS plus. Hit 480 for the week, 5 home runs. Slugged 1120. Is that what it is? Dylan Carlson slugged 1333, not bad, but only played in 4 games, so had 4 plate appearances. That's not exactly great. And Jordan Walker, though, man, 6'5". He's just not playing good defense. We'll see. He's young, only 22. But player of the week, good job. We made up some ground on the Pirates. Made up a little or a 6-pack last week. So in the wild card. All right, we're 3 days away from the draft. Waiver wire. This is something I don't do a great job of looking at, is the waiver wire. Tyrone Taylor. Decent outfielder. Decent speed. Probably steal some bases. Does not walk enough. Not actually get to play very much, but he expects to be in the starting lineup, and he's not going to be in the starting lineup for our team. So those. Juan Soto's on the trading block. I mean, I can't afford him, but I mean, there he is. Why? Because of his salary, I guess. I don't know. He's a free agent at the end of this year, so. All right, let's get to this first-year player draft. And then we'll get to the All-Star game. Oh, Harrison Bader. He's a long-time Cardinal. He can play center field. Let me tell you. Oh, he might. Oh, man, I can't afford him. Dang, I'd love him, to be honest. Would absolutely love him. But 5.5, man, I can't. Man, you know what? I might have to look at that off camera. See what I can do to get him a 10. I'd have to cut $10 million in salary though. But he's one of my favorite Cardinals. He's only 30. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. All right, first year player draft. We looked at a couple of these top guys. I think I need to do a better job of going through and showing y'all more of the prospects. I'll try to do that next year. When it's first announced. All right, let's go to first year player draft. Let's look at the mock draft again. We are slotted for number 6. We have, I think, 13 million budgeted. 13.1. Let's look. Draft budget 13,190. Yeah. So we'll see. And our attendance has not been good. Oh, let's look at first half owner goes real quick. So he offered to discuss this upgrade position center field, and although at the time we were above the threshold of what I was looking for, we were meeting it basically. I declined it because I wasn't sure that I would be by the end of next year. I mean, I probably could do it by the end of next year. And so he gave me a new, when you decline, when you say that you don't want to meet that goal, there's a chance of him not giving you a goal at all, or giving you a new goal. And he gave me a new goal, Cy Young Award winner, to acquire one. We'll do that in the off season. Team record, play 500 ball. Right now we're 10 games above 500. We had a really good week. So currently we're above that, but every one of my teams always has a September swoon. So we'll see. We have till 2027 to find a top prospect. I have no doubt we can do that through the draft, hopefully. Build your farm system. Top 6. Oh man, I don't know. Without trading away key pieces currently, which we are rebuilding, quote unquote. But man, just getting those top prospects is gonna be hard to do. Improve your fan interest. I don't know how to do that other than by winning. And so currently we've improved it by 14. We'll see. And long term, by 2029, reach the playoffs. Hopefully we can do that. But we'll see. Somehow now we have money for extensions that we didn't have earlier. We're going to spend $4 million more than what we said we were going to. We're going to make $3 million more. From what? Oh, gate revenue. It's going to be way higher than what we budgeted. That's cool and all. So, all right, let's go back to the draft. All right, so now we're going to do the draft. Let me pull up. Is that what I was trying to pull up? That was. Let's go in here and we will get. All those other spreadsheets you saw. I will be going over those in the off season and kind of showing you, how I evaluate players and stuff of that nature. But that will be a off season task. Um, it's funny to me how much these things change over the year, throughout the year. I got a bunch of people that are ranked highly now. Arenado was first. Goldie was fourth. Contreras was in the 20s at one point, and now he's not. Um, nope, that's not what I meant. Top prospects. Still T. Kent's, Takoa Roby, and now Adam Kloffenstein. Somebody moved off that list. I don't remember who it was. It was Mason Wynn. Maybe, I don't know. All right, so mock draft says we're going to take Connor Griffin now. It was somebody else. I don't remember who it was. A catcher, right? That catcher, it wasn't PJ Morlando. It was the other catcher. He's no longer even a first round catcher. So, all right. So let's get into this draft and let's start. So I need to do a few things here. There. And go draft available. Nope. Draft available. There we go. I need to add something to this. And that is demand. See if I can find that on here somewhere. General. Nope, must be miscellaneous. There it is. So the assignability too. All right. Let's draft for Oakland. And they took Charlie Condon out of, what was he, out of Georgia? And he's already 30 out of 60. I'd put him in left field. Above average ball player. So Kansas City, they went with the second baseman, J.J. Weatherholt. Not a ton of power, but he's going to get on base. He's going to hit the ball. Not going to strike out. Not a great. He's a utility player. Not a great second baseman. Colorado takes the second baseman, Travis Bazana. Above average bat, average fielder, average speed. Chicago takes Connor Griffin. That's, got above average power, good eye, average at avoiding strikeouts, plays a good outfield. I think that would have probably been my pick if he was there when we got to him. Pitcher Chase Burns, first pitcher off the board. Wake Forest has 3 potential plus pitches. Lacks control though. He's gonna probably struggle as a starter, walk a lot of people. But I believe that makes it my draft. So first thing I do is this right here. Copy that. Go over here to available. We delete all these guys. Put these in. Now let's just make sure that worked. Yep. And so as you see, 1, 2, and 3 all were drafted. Carter Johnson wasn't drafted. Oh. Let's try that one more time. I know why. Okay, there we go. Carter Johnson, shortstop. Not a great defender. Plus bat, but impossible to sign. So there's that. Malcolm Boyd, that's that catcher that it said I should take first. He is actually ranked like at 325th. No thanks. A couple of college arms. Ryan Johnson, Carter Holton. Let's look here. PJ Morlando. Not great defensively. I don't know. Not a great draft class, to be honest. This right fielder, Logan DeGroot. Take a look at him. You know, above average contact, Babbitt, average everything else. Good speed. Good outfielder. Only went to 1.1 mil. Drew Downs. That name sounds familiar. Oh, Vance Honeycutt's still around. What? 7 million. What position does he play? Center field. Man. Not a great hitter. He's got good power, but he's going to strike out a lot. Who do I take here? He's a college kid. probably gonna take Vance Honeycutt. And then we will. Oops, I gotta take him off. Who's my scouting director say? He's not even on my list because of his low work ethic. No, I'm gonna take Vance Honeycutt. Let's finish out the next. Let's do the top 10. Oh wait, next thing I do is I go in here and where's Honeycutt at? I type in yes here. A lot of times I'll go through and I will actually put their actual pick in here. In fact, I can do that later. I'll do that off camera sometime. So Los Angeles takes Trey. Don't know how to say this guy's last name. East Carolina. He, looks like not a bad arm. Draft for New York, Tommy White. Potential plus bat. Not going to play third base, or he wouldn't for me at least. The 9th pick, Pittsburgh Pirates take Jonathan Santucci? Probably not Santucci. Pretty good arm. Only a 3-pitch mix, though. Control is low. Let's see. Hitting rated as the 48th best player. Expected pick number 36. Hey, not bad. And then with the 10th pick, Cleveland takes pitcher Ryan Johnson. Ground ball pitcher, which is what I like. Let's see, Control F, right. 52nd ranked player, but expected overall pick number 4. So they got a steal there. And that's the top 10, I believe. So let's go ahead and auto draft back to me. And then when we get here, we will run this report again. Go back over here to available, delete those, do that. And then take drafted off so I don't actually see them. Who does Dane Moeller is still there. There's somebody on my list, right? Yeah. So let's see. Carter Johnson. Why did nobody take him? Oh, impossible to sign him. So either one of these guys. Let's look. There we go. Let's look at Ethan Bates. Base. You know, utility, infielder. He actually is a two-way player. You know, I have in my other studies, I have turned off two-way players because they just seem to get hurt all the time. And so, and his bat's not good enough to be a DH. So he's a relief pitcher at best. Defensively, what was his defensive ratings? I didn't even do a good job of looking. He's actually good enough to play third base, possibly. That arm's pretty good. Doesn't strike out. Let's go with, I think we're going to Carter Holton. Let's look, starting pitcher, ACFGH. Stamina's not great. Doesn't throw real hard. Second Smith still around. Hagen Smith is not still around. Let's go Carter Holton. And auto draft. Report. Oh, I forgot to put yes on him. And press OK. So we're down to just starting pitchers up here, and like high school starting pitchers other than this Logan McGuire guy. What is the what is the regular slot? 1 million. Oh, who does it want me to take? It's Dane Moeller guy. Nobody wants a Dane Moeller. Man, for some reason, like Drew Downs just sounds so familiar. What position does he play? Right field. Let's go look at him real quick. Probably not gonna play right field. Probably gonna play left field. Yeah. Man, what's his signability? Says he's hard to sign. Just take a swing and a miss on Drew Downs. Did I reach on him? Not 41. And so, you wonder, like this guy right here, Bryson Navari. He's ranked 152nd, but expected draft pick is 15th. This over here is still a little wonky for me. Still not. I'd like to tweak it some more, but it is what it is for now. So we'll do the top first 5 rounds on screen. Wait, delete OCV draft board. All right. Chase Alston? That name also sounds familiar. Probably because I've seen it in my other. Let's see. Out of Auburn. The fly ball pitcher, not great as far as what I look for. But at least he's not extreme fly ball. He's got 3 pitches. He's a borderline starter with 3 pitches. He does have a plus curveball and above average fastball and sliders. Average control. I don't know. Expected to take at number 27, and we're in the 4th round. So we're well over 27. We're in the 120s. Logan McGuire doesn't have as good as like repertoire and stuff, but his row's a little better. This Jackson Strong cat. Right field. Oh, that'd give me 2 right fielders. Right? I took Drew down to as a right fielder. Draft history. Is that what I want? How do I look at draft log? There we go. 3rd round, somewhere near the 6th pick. Yeah, his arm is not good enough to play right field, but he is good enough. Oh, I haven't signed him yet. So let me create a note. I want to move him to left field. And then go back to here. Okay. So who's that right fielder? Jackson Strong. Good defender. Somebody else is a good defender here. Kyle Bolston. Look at both of these. He's impossible to sign. Jackson Strong. Look at Jackson Strong, right field. Yeah, he can definitely play right field. Who's my scouting director recommend? Robin Villanueva. Yeah, no. Man, it's got, plus I, above average power. But we're going to go with Jackson Strong instead. Bo Walker. Draft player. Okay, final round that we're going to do on stream, or not stream, but on the recording. Did I delete that off there? Jackson Strong. I did not put yes for him either. I need to start doing that. There we go. And then let's see, we still got a bunch of pictures up here. These pictures just aren't going. Who's the highest ranked player left? This guy, he's only won 650,000. What is the recommended slot for this? 530. Man, if this guy, if he developed, he'd be really good. But I don't know that he's going to develop. This guy's going to be available way later. So I'm not going to take him. Jackson Walker, he's going to be available way later. I'm not going to take him. I don't understand why he is so. Cal Fountain. Yeah, not going to play. That won't play at all. Who's the best batter left? Braylon Payne. He's probably the best defender also. Let's look at him. They already took a center fielder though, right? Yeah, I don't want to take another one. Let's look back at expected picks. All right. Possible to sign him. That's why he's still up here. Let's go with. Man, I don't know. Look at Chase Austin. And go all the way back up here. Yeah, let's take him. And then we will auto draft the current round. And then this is where I will bid you adieu, and I will finish this up and join you back shortly. Welcome back to our post-draft recap. We'll finish up. We'll do the draft recap. We will do the All-Star game because we are at the All-Star game currently. And if you'll notice, we have moved into first place currently with the Pirates, just a half game behind us. And that is on the heels of a 11-1 start to the month of July. We swept the Pirates to start off the month, dropped a game to the Nationals, took 3 out of 4 from the Nationals, swept the Royals, and then swept the Cubs to go into the All-Star break red hot. Terrible time for us to hit the All-Star break. Because of that, we have, we're 11-1 now this month. Batting really still hasn't changed much. Pitching gotten a little bit better, I think. Starters ERAs dropped down a little bit, but we're just scorching hot right now. I think Jordan Walker is continuing his torrid pace. Yeah, he's even hotter now in July than he was in June when he was he was batter of the week, wasn't he? He wasn't batter of the month. But Jordan Walker's red hot. Jojo Romero, he has, I believe, like 8 consecutive scoreless games. Is that right? 10 consecutive scoreless games. So his ERA is plummeting. He's showing that us having faith in him was a good thing. Hopefully he can keep that up. Kitter's is still throwing well. Our setup guys are throwing well. Helsley is throwing it well also. He also has a 10-game scoreless streak. So, it's easy to see why we're rolling right now. But that can all change in the blink of an eye. Newtbar, Gorman are also hot. Kyle Gibson's hot, pitching wise. So let's do a draft recap real quick. So nope, not notes. I think I did this. Let me check. No, I can't do that yet because he is not signed yet. So let's talk about that first. So out of my 5, still have 3 that have not signed yet. Chase Alston, Drew Downs, Vance Honeycutt have not signed yet. Hopefully they'll sign within the next couple of days so we can get them started in their rookie ball. Let's go back here and let's look at the history, GM transactions. There we go. So we already talked about the first 5 rounds. Honeycutt, Holton. So Holton's already signed. Downs, Jackson Strong's already signed. Chase Alston. In the 6th round, we took Logan McGuire. He was expected to be pick number 20, and we took him at 165. He has a plus changeup if it develops, above average cutter, average other stuff, good stamina for a starter. Hopefully we can develop him. Jaden Melendez, we took in the 7th round, I guess. He expected to be picked number 57. We picked him at 195. Looks to be a good catcher. Good. He's got the trifecta here: leader, work ethic, intelligence. Maybe he can develop into a captain of some sort. Decent power, eye for a catcher, but I want my catchers to be a defensive guy, and right now we do not have that. In the 8th round, took Devin Obie. He's a center fielder. Good range, good air. Could also play left field very well. Not a great bat. He expected to be taken at 105. We took him at 225. So in the 9th round, took closer, actually a relief pitcher, Tyler Dean. Generally, I don't take relief pitchers, but there wasn't a ton of good choices at this point. He has potentially a plus curveball, above average slider and fastball, above average stuff. So hopefully he can, pan out. So he was expected to be the number pick on 149. We took him 255. And that is Tyler Dean. Landis Davila. Got good work ethic, high ambition, financial ambition, low loyalty. Got above average power, below average contact, 40 Ks. I got him put in left field for right now. We'll see what we can get out of him. 10th round pick, number 285. Bryce Navarre. This cat was a very high. I expect to be taken number 15 overall. Although I had him ranked as 152nd best prospect. Above average curveball, above average changeup as it develops. It's already, quite a bit there. We'll see how much it develops. Average stuff, movement, BABIP, control. If he can develop, he can be, maybe a decent pitcher for us someday. Dylan Watts, high adaptability, work ethic, intelligence. Above average curveball, control. We'll see what we can get out of him. Took him in 12th round. Then we took wrong person. Jeffrey Hurd in the 13th round. Average speed, average bat. Slotted him to play left field. Riley Hughes has the potential for a plus curveball, plus stuff. Could be, only 3 pitches, so maybe not a starter, but he gets that control. Yeah, probably not a starter with that control, but Peyton Howard took in the 15th round. Good defensive outfielder, not a great arm, not a great bat, but we're in the 15th round picking, so you have slim pickings in that round. 16th round, we took another relief pitcher, Kyle Ayers. Below average fastball and curveball, average slider, below average control. Grant Nip, he actually was a two-way player, but I was not. Those numbers just don't look great to me. Strictly gonna be bullpen. Above average fastball, slider. Could be, if he could, if that stuff could bump up a little bit, could be a good setup man. Kevin Cash, first baseman, 18th round, overall pick 525. He's a guy. Kobe Martin. Man, I took a lot of relief pitchers. I normally do not do that. Kobe Martin, high leader, high work ethic, high intelligence. Has an above average slider, average fastball changeup. He's just free agent filler. And then with my last pick, I always like to take someone from my home state of Arkansas. And so there were a couple of decent ones out there to look at. I decided to choose Jacob Worthley. And so he probably won't get to pitch much, but we'll keep him around rookie ball for a couple of years, and then maybe he'll get lucky and get a talent change, randomness, or whatever it is called, and shoot out of a cannon. Probably not going to happen, but hey, it's our last pick of the round of the draft. So this is our draft class. Here they all are on my spreadsheet, with what they were expected to be picked as, what their actual pick was. We didn't reach too much, maybe for Vance Huntingcutt, but he was he was ranked number 2, so I don't feel that was a reach. So we took 1, 2, 3, 4 college players. Three of which were pitchers. So we'll see how that turns out. As we go along, I'll keep up with their potentials at next year's draft. I'll look at what their new potentials are, and just see how bad we are at predicting what they're going to become. One thing I've not done on this sim is I have not gone through the coaches and made sure they have good relationships, and so we'll see how we develop. So let's look at all-star teams. So in the National League, or American League rather, Verlander at 9-3, not bad. Aaron, whoever this is, Savali, an ROR of 4.3, ERA plus of 152. Having a pretty good year, I guess, huh? Let's look through here real quick. Any just huge wars? Logan O'Hoppe, a WAR of 4.2. That's crazy. 4.3. Going out 22% of runners. 4.2, 4.1 for Royce Lewis. 16 home runs so far. 153 OPS plus, 4.2 WAR. Probably playing a pretty good third baseman, I guess. Let's see, 4.1 is Royce. 4.0 Bobby Witt Jr. 5.0 Juan Soto, and he is on the trading block. That is just crazy to me. They want to get rid of this guy. 194 OPS plus, batting 295, on base 438, slugging 632. That's what, 1,070 OPS plus. Man, and they want to get rid of him. I mean, I know he's making $31 million, but goodness gracious. 5.3 for Lewis Robert Jr. And 344, 385 on base, slugging 605. Not bad. Not bad at all. 24 home runs. Probably playing a good team. Yeah, zone rating is 7.2. So he's having himself a year. It's already eclipsed his high for a single season in WAR. And look at the National League. First of all, let's look see if we have any Cardinals. Andre Palante, reliever. Goldie, Arenado. So Arenado's getting a start. Zach Wheeler's a starting pitcher. Any wars over here that's high as the American League? 4-5 for Freddie. 4-8 for Bryce. 4-1 for Matt. 5 for Xander Bogaerts. But no, Shohei is injured again. Torn UCL. Out for 2 months. Well, wrong button. So there are the starters for the All-Star game. Let's look at there we go. See if we have anybody in the Rising Star games. Tink Hintz. Don't know how. He's having a terrible year. Is he the only one? And Kangmo Yu. Yeah, I'm terrible. That's not a good pronunciation. He has a negative .6 WAR. What position does he play? Right field. How did you make it a Rising Stars game? Don't know. I can say the same thing for Tink Hintz though. He is not doing well. See if he's had any bit of a bounce back. No, he is not. Bad. It's just bad. It's bad. All right, so that is the All-Star Game starters and the draft recap. The next video, we will hit the trade deadline. It looks like we might need to try to be buyers. Next week or two. How much time we got till the trade deadline? We have basically 2 weeks from this Wednesday, so 16 days to find out if we're going to be buyers. We're not going to be sellers, I don't think, but we don't have a ton of money to work with, and so